I don't know whether Leo Green played on that one. Did you play on that one?
I'm afraid not. No. Well, not on that version.
But you've certainly done it live.
I've played it with him many, many times, yeah.
And the reason, one of the reasons you're here, because you do many things, there's many strings to your bow, is the Van Morrison Alumni Band. Was that your idea? Did you start that?
We were doing some gigs, and it just so happened that I was working with a group of musicians who were the guys that I toured with Van. And of course, we end up talking about Van.
And well, you can't not.
He's just an incredible artist, and I think we will look back in years to come and go, my God, we were around when he was around, and we spent time. There will never be another like him, because when you look at those body of songs, and you've played a couple today, you forget that someone sat down with a blank sheet of paper and had to come up with a song that we know so well now. And it's an amazing body of work.
And he's given his blessing, hasn't he?
So I went and saw him. We had lunch one day, and I said, listen, we'd like to get together, us guys, and play your songs. And he sort of looked at me and he said, why? And I said, because they're amazing to play as musicians. They're fantastic to play. And I said, people love them. And he said, well, what songs do you want to play? And I showed him a set list, and he went, look, you got to remember, he said, I've been singing Moondance for nearly 60 years. Yeah. I don't necessarily want to do it anymore. He said, but if you want to do it, he said, I think it's a great idea. And he's been fantastically supportive. And what we do is, it's not so much a tribute to him, it's a celebration of these songs. Yeah. So what we've done is we've got mainly female singers. That's the first thing. So you get a bit of a different take on these amazing songs. And we've got Jess Greenfield from Noel Gallagher's band. We've got Hayley Sanderson, who's the lead singer on Strictly, Natalie Paris. We've got a whole collection of them. And they bring something really interesting to these songs. And so what we do is we talk about on the evening, when we're in the studio, how this song came to be. It's just a fascinating kind of walk through this catalogue. And I kind of make the point, if you think about the sort of music we all love, Lennon had McCartney, Bacharach had David, Jagger had Richards, but Van does everything. He does the words, the music, the arrangements, the production. I mean, he is unbelievable. And in a studio setting, you really see what he's made of. And what people don't tend to talk about is he's an amazing band leader, which in itself is
quite a demanding band leader.
Well, yeah, but I'll tell you what. Funny enough, he hired me. I was back in the band last month.
Oh, really?
And we went off around Europe. Suffice to say, I'm no longer in the band.
How many times has he sacked you?
Well, we got nobody's hired, nobody's fired. But that's all right, because there was one night about 6 weeks ago, we were on stage in, I think it was Germany, and Matt Holland, my great friend, who's the trumpet player, does the Alumni. I turned to him after Van had just finished singing a blues song, and I turned to Matt and I went, "This is unbelievable." I said, he's 80-something, yeah, but he sings like it's his last ever gig. And I tell you, you ain't going to see the like again. I mean, you played Caravan, yeah, and we did a gig last night down in Bridport, and we finished the night with Caravan, and the effect that has on the audience. Wow. People were literally crying and screaming and singing along. These songs are so powerful,